Ever notice how an old car makes some people twitchy, even if it runs fine? It's not about airbags or heated seats. It's about what your car is supposed to say about you, and how an older car refuses to say it. If you've kept a car past the normal upgrade window, you've heard the comments. Still driving that thing? When are you finally getting something nicer? And the fake concern, like you're going through a rough patch. So let's name what's going on, and then I'll give you a simple rule you can use to protect your money and your cognitive freedom. Most people don't drive a car, they drive a story. The trim package, the badge, the lease, the little new smell. It's all a receipt that says, I'm doing fine. Don't worry about me. An old car deletes that receipt. And if someone lives on an external scoreboard, that's unsettling, because your calm makes their whole setup look optional, like you can just step out of the game and still feel secure. When you pull up in an older car and you don't apologize for it, you're saying quietly, I don't need this to prove I'm okay. Some people can't hear that without feeling judged. There's a calm that comes from maintaining old stuff, and it's not cheapness, it's competence. You know what a set of tires costs. You notice the small sounds early. You handle problems when they're small instead of turning it into a big event. That mindset leaks into everything. You start treating money the same way. You plan, you inspect, you fix, you don't panic. But if someone buys peace by buying new, a maintenance person feels like a walking question. Wait, could I have handled my life with more skill instead of more spending? Is a hard thought, so they call you frugal and move on. Lifestyle creep survives on one thing: nobody calling it what it is. A new car is the cleanest way to raise your baseline while telling yourself it's just what adults do. Then the payment shows up, insurance rises, fees stack, and suddenly your bigger paycheck doesn't feel bigger. It feels spoken for, like your money has a boss. Keeping an older car flips that. Lower fixed costs means you can say no more often, and saying no is where freedom starts. Not in some fantasy where you quit tomorrow, but in the normal moments like passing on the trip you don't even want, or choosing a job that doesn't drain you. Once you drive an old car on purpose, some people don't just notice, they try to correct you. They'll ask when you're upgrading. They'll tell you that you deserve something nicer. They'll send you listings like you're secretly shopping. That isn't generosity. It's them trying to protect their own story, because if you're fine without upgrading, then their upgrade starts to look less like progress and more like pressure. I talked to a guy who kept his old sedan after a raise, and a coworker hit him with, "Don't you feel embarrassed pulling up in that?" He wasn't asking about the car. He was asking for permission to not regret his own purchase. So here's the rule to test. When you think about replacing your car, don't ask if you can afford the payment. Ask, what problem am I trying to solve? And make yourself answer in one sentence. If it's reliability, price the boring fix. Write down tires, brakes, the repair you've been dodging, the stuff that makes the car predictable again. Then compare that to 1 year of payments on something newer. If it's identity, call it that. Say, I want to look successful, because once it's honest, you can decide if that's worth your money. Then pick a time frame on purpose. 2 years, 3 years, whatever you can commit to. Not until it dies, but I'm keeping it until this date, because that's when your internal scoreboard starts getting loud. Driving an old car scares some people because it proves the status game is optional. If you want more ways to block lifestyle creep before it starts, watch the next video. Subscribe if you want your money buying time and cognitive freedom, not someone else's approval.